crypto holders at a time. We got 5 days. 5 days, and Don's going to get in, man. He's going to make it all okay. He's going to weaken the dollar. He's going to pump Bitcoin. It's going to be the best Bitcoin pump. People are getting so tired of winning, so tired of seeing Bitcoin, the best Bitcoin markets under my presidency. You watch, man. You watch. Trump is going to tie his ego to the price of Bitcoin. I hope, anyway. That'd be fantastic. 5 days until we get a new administration, new SEC head. Thank gosh. Gary Gensler can't go out the door soon enough. Don't let the door, actually let the door hit you on the way out, man. Jeez Louise. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. The most pro-crypto administration basically in the history of ever anywhere is coming into the U.S. right now. How can you not be excited about that? And that's happening in 5 days. I know we got the inflation stuff coming today, and we're going to talk about that, okay? We got lots to cover. Your questions, second half. Let's get it. So, good morning to everybody. 5 a.m. in chilly Chicago. Holy cow. Good morning. So, under Trump, Bitcoin hit $249,000 as $520 billion in fresh capital expected to flow in. If Trump just does the thing where he reverses the rule with an executive order, which he's highly rumored to do, by the way, on day one, executive order comes out saying that U.S. banks are allowed to custody and sell Bitcoin directly to their customers. Game changing if that happens. 250K BTC, you know, that's a number we keep throwing out here, isn't it? Be crazy, man. $250,000 Bitcoin. Even though we're a ways away from that today, obviously, hey, you know, it's been nice since we had our big sell-off back here, got down to 89K. We came back up, retook the 50-day EMA, currently trading above the 20-day EMA. I think everything now depends on how the inflation data comes in later today. Obviously, we are going to, we're going to, you know, see how that goes. We're going to talk about it here in a few seconds. But Bruno's saying, I'm so effed up because I've lost 5 days ago. These, again, these XAI, whatever coins that you're going to see shilled everywhere in the comment section, all across crypto YouTube. Scams, 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 okay? So be careful. Garasmos says, I am echoing. Is that happening for anybody else? Let me know in the comment section in the chat here. Okay, so price of Bitcoin, guys. Now, look, we're still in a downtrend. You have to keep that in mind. Okay, after we peaked here at 108, got our first valley, second peak, second valley, okay? Still in a downtrend. Still in a downtrend. I want to see us break back over 100K, ideally over 102K. That breaks the range to the upside. Basically, the price of Bitcoin has been trading almost exclusively in this $102,000 to $92,000 range for the past 2 months. Okay, we've had some slight deviations under. You can see there's strong demand for Bitcoin under $92,000. Okay, strong demand. Over 100K, we see selling pressure coming. That can't last forever. At some point, you run out of people looking to sell their Bitcoin over 100K, and then you start pumping up higher, okay? Patrick here sharing, saying there's a high likelihood that the lows the macro corrective wave 4 are in. The market is now transitioning to a macro impulsive fifth wave. As Q1 progresses, your focus must shift from what can I buy to where do I exit? Yes, 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 yes. You know, there's so much that lines up with not just seasonality, right? But a lot of different factors that line up with the potential for like a March, April top for the market. Not the final top, but definitely a local peak before we head into summer, right? Summers tend to be low volume periods. The markets tend to struggle. Not always. There's exceptions, obviously, but usually that's kind of the case. Price action tends to be a bit muted during the summers, okay? So March, April top. We have the Fed meeting in March. 100 days of the Trump administration, stuff starts happening that might mess things up a little bit. Shout out, Adam. What's up, man? Lambo order in. Nice to see you, man. Shout out to Adam. Great Aussie bloke. It's great catching up in Sydney, man. It's good times. You got to come to Dubai, man. The vibes are great. Come to Dubai, Adam. Come to Dubai. Anyway, will we see our fifth wave? If it is the fifth wave, based on the Elliott wave theory, then that move up to, let's say, 150K BTC in March or April, what you're saying, that's crazy, that's not going to happen. Dude, we just had a 50% pump from November 5th to December 18th or 17th or whatever, we had a 50% pump. All we need is another 50% pump to get us up to 150K BTC. It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. Hey, before we dive into the inflation stuff, if you're a cryptocurrency trader, you got yourself an account over on BitUnix. Okay, it's a place where I'm doing a lot of my trading these days. This is a no KYC exchange, which means that you can come over here and just deposit your crypto and start trading. No KYC, no BS. Enjoy your privacy. Okay. And there's a crazy trading competition on right now where you can win up to $12,000 as the first prize. So that's the $60,000 trading bonus prize pool. Lots of cash prizes, 20 cash prizes being given away to the top 20 traders. Of course, number one trader getting the most money, obviously. And you get a 20% rebate, 20% rebate. So you deposit $1,000, you get $200 cash back. Crazy deal. Link down below in the description if you want to participate in that trading competition. If you're already signed up to BitUnix, you can just go and participate in that trading competition anyway. Go check it out. Link down below. Thank you very much. So let's continue. We did have some bullish data come in yesterday, and that is the PPI. So we have the CPI today, okay? CPI coming in today, all right? So CPI comes in today, and that is the consumer price index, right? But we had the PPI yesterday, which is the producer price index. Now that actually came in cooler than expected, which is getting people very excited in the market. And obviously we've got a lot of stuff to go through, a lot of macro, all these little tiny macro details tend to have really spooked the market, man. It's like you got a bunch of horses, you know, and they're all just like chilling out in the stables. And like a little mouse comes in, goes squeak, and all the horses go, oh my gosh, my list mines. It's kind of like that. Anyway, does a weak PPI mean a weak CPI? So weak PPI, again, producer prices, so the prices that producers pay, right? The weak PPI means weak CPI. Not always, but often, writes Brent Donnelly of Spectrum Markets. Recently, it's somewhat rare for the Labor Department to publish PPI data before CPI data in a given month. But before 2018, it was the norm. Looking back at the 10 years of history when headline and core PPI both fall short of expectations, as they did yesterday for the December data release, CPI for the same month has come in hot only 21% of the time. Okay? So there's a 1 in 5 chance now, according to this, a 1 in 5 chance that inflation, when we get the numbers later today, that it comes in hotter than expected. Okay? 2 out of 5 times, so 40% of the time, it comes in softer than expected, and 40% of the time it comes in at expectation. So the current expectation is 2.9%, okay? And the market's largely already priced in 2.9% inflation, okay? So even if you see a little bit of malarkey happening around the actual data release, the market's largely priced this in already. What the market is not priced in is a 2.8% inflation print, which means that inflation's softer than expected and rising slower than expected. And that inflation may not be the giant problem that everyone's been making it out to be for the last 2 weeks. Maybe. We'll see what happens, of course. CPI inflation expectations give easy letter. Basically, most of the major financial analysts are calling for 2.9%, UBS at 3%, because somebody's got to say it's going to be 3%, and Moody's down at 2.8%, because somebody's got to take their side of the bet. But basically, everybody's saying 2.9%. Again, remember, 2.9% is largely priced in and largely expected already by the market, so I wouldn't expect too much of a negative reaction. True-flation saying December CPI forecast 2.9%. Our expectation for CPI, which we released tomorrow. Okay, core CPI around 3.2. Festive goods will be important drive. Short and medium term inflation expectations are expected to remain high. The fight against inflation is far from over. Okay. James here saying, what a non-consensus call. Yields are peaking. We actually see the DXY falling today. Doesn't mean it's going to keep falling forever. Okay. But DXY is falling today. So dollar index going down today. Yields, non-consensus call again. Yields are peaking. Let's see. Yields peak just as Mr. Trump is about to take office. Imagine that. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. The sort of max move of the dollar and of yields right before Trump comes into office. And then they know when Trump gets in, Trump's going to seek a weaker dollar. And the weaker dollar is going to help bring some of this stuff down and help risk assets, of course. Obviously. Joe here sharing the People's Bank of China today, dialing up short-term liquidity injection amid the cash squeeze. Second biggest net injection into the reverse repo markets in China in history. Whew, it's big, man. 135 billion. A lot of money, a lot of money. China just keeps throwing gargantuan sums of money at the problem, and it hasn't fixed the problems yet. China long-term bonds are crashing like crazy. Crazy stuff, man. Hey, fart coin for all the connoisseurs out there. Franklin Templeton mentioned fart coin in the latest report. I love this timeline. Yeah, I love this timeline too. It's hilarious. As you guys may or may not have heard yesterday, I switched my Brett bags over fart coin bags because it's just so stupid. It's just so dumb and so absurd. It's probably going to go crazy. You know, I was thinking about this in bed last night. Things to think about at midnight before you go to sleep, right? I was thinking, you know, I like Brett. Brett's a good meme coin. They're a hardworking team. They put in the work. They got a lot of good stuff going for them. But the visceral reaction to fart coin, because it is so stupid, it is so absurd, it's hilarious. It just gets people going, especially like the TradFi bros. Well, you can't have something called fart coin worth $1 billion. This is ridiculous. Even Stephen Colbert covered it. Did Brett get covered on Stephen Colbert? No, it's not. And that's not me being bearish on Brett. It's just that I think fart coin's got that more mimetic virality potential. Because who doesn't love a good fart? I mean, come on. Eric Falcon is here. JP Morgan is saying the altcoin ETFs will collect $14 billion in flows in the first year, $3 to $6 billion for Solana and $4 to $8 billion for XRP. My team hasn't made any formal predictions yet, but this seems like a pretty reasonable guess. Gotta get the approvals first, though. Now, that's very interesting. JP Morgan, by the way, out here predicting how much we're going to see flowing into these altcoin ETF products. That's one. That's fun. This is substantial. $6 billion of ETF inflows for Solana would be big. $8 billion for XRP would be massive. Okay, these are big numbers of just straight up spot buying. Okay, straight up spot buying. That would be interesting. We're going to see how these go. I think we get those altcoin ETFs probably pretty damn soon. Okay, I know the new SEC head's going to come in. I'm sure it's not like his absolute #1 priority to go and approve XRP and Solana ETFs, but maybe we get those in the, by March or something like that. Coming sooner than you think. Okay, coming sooner than you think. By the way, XRP charts looking pretty sweet right now. Now, we did come up today for XRP, by the way. Just going to draw this across this way so you can see right back into key price resistance here. So you can see about 288 was resistance back here, 288 again being resistance today. XRP has been a beast. XRP has been a beast, guys. Look at the strength of this thing. It has not even dipped down to literally even touch the 50-day EMA. Beautiful strength here. Nice breakout coming through. You can even just draw this in here if you want and just make that nice little triangle there. Whether you like the triangle view here or you want to see just the downtrend break, retest, pump higher. The trick is now that you got to get beyond $2.88. Market's already showing that as an area of price resistance, not just back here, but again today as well. So maybe we get a retest of 260. Might be an interesting place for it. Anyway, that's all that stuff, okay? Let's talk crypto. What do you guys want to talk about today? Today, got a nice little bottle of Avion, sparkling Avion here. L'eau française. Oh. Crisp. All right, so let's discuss. Richard says, what is the technical target for the XRP breakout? Okay, let's put that on there. Let's put the triangle back on there. Let's talk about that real quick, okay? So the technical target here, where are we at? $1.80. About $1 up. So we're probably looking at potentially a break in a new all-time. Just put the chart back up. Put the chart back on the screen, Lark. Okay, here we go. So basically here, yeah, it's a bit wonky. We're just going to do it real quick here. This gets us up to a new all-time high, 360. Now, practically speaking, the key things to watch out here for, of course, once you break over $2.88, $3, people like big round numbers, okay? So watch for that. $3.30, that is the previous all-time high from 2018. Man, that's crazy. That's a long time ago. That was a long time ago, man. Crazy. Anyway, $3.30 probably becomes the big target realistically, because those all-time high breaks can be pretty tough. Now, even though the technical target for that's about 360, I'd say watch out for 330 just based on historical precedents. Okay. Okay, let's find some other good questions here. Lark, can XRP flip Ethereum in market cap? Well, it has before. If you weren't around back then, it has before. These things have happened. Oh, those were good times, man. Look, the price action on Ethereum has been pathetic. Realistic. I've got a big bag of ETH, second biggest holding. By the way, as always, you want to know what my portfolio holdings are, current portfolio holdings, venture rounds, OTC deals, all that kind of stuff. All the conflicts of interest you want to know about down below in the YouTube comment section, pin comment over on X. Plus the risk statements, investing in crypto is risky and you could lose all of your money. No, seriously. Okay. So can XRP flip Ethereum? The flippening. Well, it's happened before, so that's one thing. Can it do it this time? Look, hard to say. Hard to say, right? The ETH price action has been pretty abysmal, as most of the economic activities moving over to layer 2s like Base, where you only need, you can put $5 ETH on your wallet and probably have enough for 50 or 100 transactions. You don't need that much ETH comparatively. ETH staking, yeah, nice rewards. It's all fine, right? Cool. In terms of XRP flipping ETH, I mean, I think one thing that people kind of forget is these, it doesn't really matter. Is XRP the third biggest cryptocurrency right now? I think it might have got back to the third spot. Is up to the third spot or fourth spot today? Where are we at? It is back into the third spot. There you go. So look, you need 100% pump and more. 150% pump on XRP to flip Ethereum, and to assume that in that situation, Ethereum literally does nothing. That's not to say it can't happen. Okay. We've seen it happen before, but I just don't think it particularly matters who's in second or first position necessarily. Okay. It's not that big of a deal, but XRP can do well, and ETH can do well as well, but ETH has not been doing super well. At what point will we actually see this take off? Well, haven't quite got there yet, but one of these days, ETH will start doing something. ETH, just sell it and buy fart coin, Lark. What are you doing, man? Anyway, Lark, when do you think we'll see retail properly entering the market? Lots of from Ireland. Ireland. Man, it's cold in Ireland. I went there last year in June. It was cold, man. I was like, this is summer. Just in Spain, it was like all nice and warm and stuff. You get over to Ireland and it's just like, yo, it's cold, man. Love Ireland, though. Great place. Good vibes. Anyway, besides the point. When do we see retail properly entering the market? It comes and goes in waves. We had a big retail surge in November. Coinbase app ranking soared. A lot of retail came in, I guess, bought XRP, top blasted the rest of the altcoins, then walked away. It was crazy times, man. In terms of more retail coming to the market, they come in all the time. The question is, how much risk are those people coming to the market willing to take? So we'll see more come in. Keep an eye on the Coinbase app ranking, stuff like that. We'll see a lot more retail coming in, especially as the price breaks out again, because that's always the thing, isn't it? You see the price break out. When Bitcoin breaks out over 110K, which it will at some point, when it breaks out, then guess what? Everybody starts paying attention again, start getting media attention again. People start talking about it. People start wanting to get back in. Like, oh, I screwed up in November and I top blasted everything. Oh, my coins are up a little bit. Crap, I better get back in. It comes and goes in waves, okay? Okay, where are we up to? Do you have a Bitcoin low price prediction for the next bear market? Not currently, because we need to see how high we get first. Okay. Probably going down around 70% or something from whatever the all-time high happens to be. Now, if that's $250,000 Bitcoin, then we come back down, ironically, to around this range, and this range could actually be the bottom of the bear market. Depends on how bad the bear market is, too. If it's the ultimate reckoning, Great Depression 2.0 kind of thing, then probably goes even lower. Okay. Will January 20th be a sell the news event? I'm not so sure. If we had more price optimism going into it, I would say, yeah, more likely so. To an extent, it might become a bit of a buy the news event. We'll see. People always overestimate the impact of these particular events. It's not really, the day's not that important. It's what happens after that day that's important. Okay. TikTok rumors. I haven't heard anything about that. Sorry. Does Say have the potential to exceed $2 this run? Yes, I believe so, and that's part of the reason why I invested in it. I think it does have that kind of price potential. Obviously, fingers crossed. Hopefully that plays out. Soon the whole world is going to know about Benji. Oh, hey, by the way, we got Toshi, which apparently is the name of Brian Armstrong's cat, CEO of Coinbase. Toshi has been listed on Coinbase. Finally, after my rant yesterday about them listing Peanut and not listing a damn base coin. Well, they finally listed a base coin. They've listed Toshi. It's up about 100% today. So we have our first base coin listed on Coinbase. Could Benji be next? Oh, my Benji bags. My Benji bags. By the way, Benji just got a huge partnership. Huge partnership. They what was the exact details? Dave, hold on a second. I'm gonna bring the post. I'm gonna bring the post up. Let's bring the post up here real quick. And I also want to share a quick post about Momates with you guys as well before we Benji. Here we go. Yes, this one right here. Let's bring that up on the screen. Benji is incredibly proud to announce we'll be commercially advertising within stadiums across AC Milan, Juventus, BVB, Bayern Munich for the entirety of the 24-25 season. This will ensure over 300 million global impressions and be seen by over 30 million fans within stadiums. Benji base, the oldest dog breed in history, marks its presence on chain and on the pitch. Nice. Nice. Benji, man. Benji, been holding that one for ages. Watched it go up and down so many times. Massively up, massively. Well, you know, down from being up, but it's been a pretty crazy ride, man. But I think that has good potential, especially if we can get a Coinbase listing. Now that Toshi's been listed, that opens up the door for other Coinbase listings, of course. So let's see how that plays out. By the way, a quick shout out to Momates, just listed right here. So Momates is a very bullish AI agent framework. I mean, if you look at the stats and stuff, these guys get an insane amount of agents deployed already, like way ahead of virtuals and others. It's come out now with a very small market cap currently. I think it's around, let me see here. The current market cap's right around $200 million fully diluted value, but only around a $20 million circulating market cap, which is very, very small considering what these guys are building, right? So this is a massive AI framework coin that's just come onto the market here. So I'm an investor in this, okay? Venture round investor in this, have not sold any of my coins yet, currently holding on, think this goes way higher, potentially into the billions. It's my opinion, of course. Don't just go out and randomly ape into anything because I'm talking about something. Okay, you guys have to do your own research. And I know you're probably not going, Lark, you are. I am doing my own research. I'm listening to you talk about something for 30 seconds. I'm going to go ape all my life savings into it. Don't do that. Come on. Come on. You actually have to go and look into this. But go look into it. See what they're doing. See what they have to offer. Understand why I'm bullish on it because of everything that they're bringing out. Okay, got a hardworking team with good technology, good adoption already. And now their tokens come out. So these guys actually put in huge amounts of work in terms of getting traction in the AI agent space before they launched the token, which is more that can be said for some of the others out there. So anyway, shout out to those guys. And yeah, bullish. See how it goes. Okay. Okay, where are we up to? Do a few more questions here, guys. Lark, what do you think about virtual protocols, the high percentage of insiders in their token, according to Coin Bureau? Look, I haven't looked into the token distribution of virtuals. Honestly, I've been spending most of my AI agent energy on the Solana blockchain. I do like what virtuals is doing overall, more broadly, but in terms of a high percentage of insiders in their token, I have not looked at the token distribution, but I mean, that's most tokens. realistically, there's always early investors, angel investors, influencers, funds, whales, snipers, the cabal, okay? A lot of people get in early on a lot of things, okay? So look, I don't know what Coinbear had to say about it specifically, but just this is most of your coins, okay? Most of your coins are going to have this kind of situation going on to some extent. What makes virtual more favorable than traditional AI coins like Fetch or Tau? Well, Fetch is very bullish. I think the artificial superintelligence collaboration there is a pretty cool idea. I don't own any, but I like what they're doing, and I like a lot of the people involved with that. BitTensor, they're starting to launch AI agents, and I wouldn't count BitTensor out of the fight of the AI coin supremacy sort of thing, right? I think they're still doing pretty well, even though the AI sort of agent space has got a lot more attention over on Solana and on Base, but BitTensor is doing stuff too, okay? So I wouldn't count them out. In terms of virtual, I think one of the things that virtual did really well was making it so that in order to get into these bonding curves and stuff like this and to get in early on these tokens, you actually need the virtuals token. So it's created massive demand for the virtuals token, which has gone up like 100x or something the past 4 or 5 months. So it's created massive demand for the virtuals token. And that is what has become so favorable, the good tokenomics model. And so if you think that AI agents are going to continue to do very, very well, then you'll see more demand for virtual because people are going to want to get into more new AI agents on virtuals. There you go. Okay. Why is there not much price movement even after good ETH ETF inflow? Because there's more sellers than buyers, essentially. You know, you'll see a huge amount of stuff moving on chain. And we've seen some pretty good inflows for Ethereum ETFs. Can't discount that. But the flip side is you got a lot of money not in ETFs, okay? And the Ethereum supply being held is a little more fluid. I know there's a lot in staking, about almost a third of the ETH is in staking, but 2/3 is just out there floating around. People are using it in DeFi and stuff like that. So there's been a lot of that going on. Plus, also, even for the good inflows that we have had for ETH ETFs, we've had massive outflows from Grayscale, which have definitely muted the success of ETH ETFs upon launch. Not saying they can't do well as we continue to move on, but that's been one big factor. Lark, some YouTubers are saying we're not going to peak until January 2026. What you're talking about? I mean, that could be the case. If we get a 2017 repeat, then that would kind of be the case, actually. If I hear out of that question correctly there. Do you think Bitcoin gets to gold parity in terms of market cap in the next 10 years? I think it's got a pretty good potential to do that, to be honest. Where are we up to? One or two more. We're running out of time here. One or two more here, and then we'll finish up for today. I have BitTensor, but I'm afraid to exchange them because every time I exchange a coin for another, that coin that I exchanged goes to the moon. Well, hey, just make sure to let us know before you're going to do that so we can all go long on the coin that you're about to sell. Yeah. Can you break down what AI agents are for dummies? So AI agents are essentially artificial intelligence bots that perform one kind of task or another. And there's a whole wide variety of tasks. You can look at MoMates, guys are just talking about a second ago. They have an AI agent called Nebula. Ticker's Mo, M-O-E. So Nebula, she is an idle character. So she does like YouTube live streams and like podcasts and all kinds of stuff like that. Okay. So that's one thing. So she creates content, answers questions, whatever. There's other AI agents like Godius Maximus, right? Truth Terminal's Goat Coin, just shit posts, all kinds of silly stuff all day on X. You have AI agents like AIXBT, which is actually a useful agent because you can ask it questions and it will reply, for example, like, hey, what's your opinion on this coin, for example, and it'll give you an opinion on that with some kind of data to back it up or share news and things like this. And it gets a lot of attention. In fact, AIXBT, because of its focus on sharing things online and its social metrics, has become an absolute beast. We have AI agents that trade on chain, that invest on chain. Okay, there's lots of little niches where you can find these basically AI bots operating autonomously. So that's an agent. So the agent goes out and performs certain tasks on your behalf or on its own behalf, as is becoming more and more the case. So that's essentially it. Now, AI agents exist much more outside of crypto. So if you can imagine outside of crypto, something like an AI agent that's that helps you shop. So you just say, hey, I need to buy, 5 new t-shirts. Can you go and find what companies deliver to where I live, what sizes if they have my size, I'm looking for this kind of design, blah, 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 stuff like this, right? And so you can have personal shopping assistants and all kinds of stuff, essentially. So that's the basic idea of AI agents. In crypto, we've taken that concept, made it very crypto specific in many cases. And then, of course, because we have to, we put tokens on top of them, which most of the tokens are completely unnecessary. You don't need them. And it's just a way to monetize things, as we always do in crypto. So keep that in mind. When the markets turn, these AI agents are going to get absolutely obliterated. FYI, in case you didn't realize that. Okay. Okay, 1 or 2 more here, and we'll finish up. I better go. One final question. I'm gonna be late for my Russian lesson here. Memes AI. I like memes AI. 3 hours from now, the SEC is gonna drop an XRP, drop XRP like a bomb. Maybe that'd be great if they did. It's just so dumb. All the SEC cases have been so dumb. Solana opinion. I agree. Charts don't look super awesome right now. I want to see a retake of $200, and I think that's going to be a much more bullish scenario in that situation for Solana. Let's see it get some strength back. It showed a lot of weakness on the recent sell-off. I want to see it build a little bit of strength back. Let's see $200 get taken back out. Let's see a nice MACD bull cross coming on the daily. Don't fade Solana, okay? Chart doesn't look super hot right now. It's definitely been battered a bit, but it has been one of the best performers of the market cycle so far. And with everything happening there, especially with the AI agent space right now, I wouldn't count it out. Okay, guys, that's it. I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.